Hi there. I've had quite a few questions about what are the running costs of owning a house in France. Admittedly, the question is a bit like how long is a piece of string. But stay tuned and I'll give you some guidelines.
I'm just an average man with an average life. All I want is to be left alone.
So you're moving towards purchasing property in France, or maybe you already have purchased a property in France and you're now starting to wondering about what are the annual running costs of that property. Obviously this is very much a case-by-case study, but here are a few ballpark figures based on an average house in an average commune.
With an average life.
Because yes, it does change from commune to commune as well. First off, let's start with the taxe foncière, which is the owner's tax on a property. This will depend on the size of the house and the land you have, as well as the services you have in your commune. For example, mains drainage, street lights, etc, etc. According to the Central Tax Office in Paris, the national average on taxe foncière in France is 827 euros per annum. Obviously, that is very much an average over townhouses, village houses, everything. But normally speaking, the country houses will be on the lower side of that average.
I'm just an average man.
Secondly, you have the taxe habitation, which is the living tax, in the sense of those who live in the house pay this. I won't dwindle it anymore on that because actually it's going to be cancelled out in 2023. So that's one good bit of news for you. Yeah. There's also a TV licence, whether you have an English TV, French TV, whatever. As long as you actually have a TV in the house, then you actually have a TV tax of 138 euros. But once again, that's going to be cancelled out next year. So second bit of good news for you. Unfortunately, the savings stopped there. After that, on your property, you will no doubt, unless you're living off the grid, have an electricity bill, which is annual cost of about 170 euros subscription, plus the actual consummation of electricity. On average, this works out about 2,000 euros a year, but this is very much an average because it all depends on your own personal consummation of electricity.
I'm just an average man.
You also need a third-party house insurance, which actually covers any damages your house might do to a passerby, say, i.e. a slate falling off a roof. But also tends to cover you if you have like a dog, for example. If the dog bites someone, that will usually cover you for that as well. But that will vary greatly on the size of the house and the additional cover you would like with your house insurance. But I'd guesstimate around about 400 euros per annum for a country house. Then after that, even if you don't use your phone that much, especially in France, you will no doubt have a broadband connection to connect up to the internet. And so that will actually have a monthly cost, which the basic cost in France is about 40 euros per month, which works out about 480 euros per annum. One thing most people don't think about is the rubbish collection tax, and that does change from commune to commune, or district to district, let's say. But the average cost is somewhere between 130 and 200 euros per annum for a family of 4. Also, if you have a swimming pool, that will cost you every year as well. The upkeep and heating, the average cost by an 8x5 pool, they reckon is about 400 euros. But once again, that all depends on how you look after your pool and how much you heat it. Finally, if your property is a second home, it would be wise to consider employing a gardener to keep the grass down and also keep an eye on the house now and again. No real fixed prices on this, but I'd guesstimate about 500 euros per year. So there you have it. Working on the averages, we get to an annual cost of about 4,300 euros per year. But once again, this is very much averages based on an average commune and average house. Depending on the size of your house and where you are, then this, I would say, could vary anything from 2,000 euros up to 8,000 euros. Like I said, it's all averages.
I'm just an average man with an average life.
Hope that helps. And if you like these videos, don't forget to click the thumbs up, the subscribe and the bell button. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.